Okay, so for any of you that are wondering, I've been doing a challenge for almost 8 weeks now. It is the Dana Lynn Bailey challenge, but I am doing my own dieting and my own workouts. So basically, her challenges are you just put yourself in the challenge. I paid $7 to be in the challenge. The reason I did the challenge is because you have a possibility of winning a lot of prizes. She's got 3 different categories. She's got like the biggest weight loss, the biggest body composition changes, and then she's got like a shredded category as well. So you don't get to pick what category you go in. She just automatically puts you in whatever category she thinks that your body qualifies in. And then she picks a winner from each category. So she's got 3 male winners and 3 female winners. The weight loss, the body recomp, and shredded category. So I've been doing that for 8 weeks. Like I said, I've been doing my own dieting and my own exercises. But that is over Monday at 11:59. So I've got 5 days left. I'm like counting the minutes down. So I'm making this video because I want to reach out to anybody that is curious on what I am doing and how I manipulate certain things, and basically also for when I want to do another challenge, I can look back on this video and remember what I did specifically. So the first 2 weeks, I lowered my calorie intake pretty low, not too low, but I stayed around 1,900 to 2,000 calories, just so I didn't drop my body off at like a significant calorie deficiency real quick. So I dropped them a little bit, got my body kind of used to that, so I wasn't like super hungry, because I was coming from like a 3,000 calorie diet. So I did that for the first 2 weeks. My protein, I cleaned up my diet a lot. I made sure I was eating like all healthy choices. My protein was around like 100 to 120 grams. My carbs probably around 250. Fats probably around the 40s or 50s. And then the next 2 weeks, I worked on getting my calories down a little bit lower, still keeping that protein high. The carbs, I kept them the same, and the fats, I kept them the same. These last 2 weeks is when I've really broke down on, I've really cut my calories a lot. Cut the calories down a lot. And this last week, I'm treating it like a peak week. So if nobody knows anything about bodybuilding competitions, there's always what's called a peak week. I can't really remember exactly how I did my peak weeks in the past. I wish I would have written everything down. But this peak week that I'm treating as a peak week started on Monday. And what I did was I lowered my carbs, raised my protein a little bit, and raised my sodium. And I'm doing that for 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I did low carbs, higher protein, higher sodium. Sodium, like I've said in the past, water is attracted to sodium. So sodium and water, that's what can cause like bloating and fullness looking. So I'm cranking up the sodium and I'm cranking in the water. And then the next 3 days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got low carbs, high protein, high sodium. The next 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am raising my carbs back up, but I'm dropping my protein a little bit and dropping my sodium significantly. And then that'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm planning on taking pictures on Sunday. So I'm also going to do a water cut. Water cut is going to be started on, let's see when I have that water cut started. I got water cutting starting on Friday. I'm dropping my water intake. I usually drink about close to a gallon a day. So I'm taking my water and I'm dropping it for the whole day. I'm only giving myself a half of a gallon, which is around 65 ounces of water. In 24-hour period, I'm getting a half of a gallon. And then on Saturday, I'm going to drop that again. So I'm only giving myself a fourth of a gallon of water on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to wake up and take my pictures. And Sunday morning, if I get thirsty, I'm just going to take little sips. So that's what's really going to make the skin tighter around what I've already cut. I've cut my body weight down as much as I'm going to get it in 8 weeks. This is as good as it's getting. So there's not really going to be much more weight cutting between now and Sunday as far as like fat loss. So now I'm just manipulating the foods. I'm using the carbs to make my muscles look fuller, because that's what carbs do. And then by lowering the sodium, it's gonna make my skin tighter. My skin's not gonna like hold on to a bunch of water weight, basically. So the skin's gonna be tighter, the muscles will be fuller, and yeah, the protein is at a rate where I won't lose a significant amount of muscle mass between now and then. But that's my plan for the next few days. So starting tomorrow morning, like my cream of wheat for breakfast that I usually eat, I have it down to 1/8 of a cup, which is not very much. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna double that and do 1/4 of a cup or more of my cream of wheat. My lunch is usually 1 tortilla. I will probably do 2 they're mini tortillas. They're 100 calories a piece. Probably do 2 of those tomorrow. And then same with my dinner. My carb source is usually like, it's been pretty low. It's been like 2 rice cakes. I'll probably do like 4 rice cakes. So you get what I'm saying. So I'll raise those carbs up. The sodium, I've been using salsa for sodium, and salsa is pretty high in sodium. And I've also been adding salt to my foods to keep the salt like higher. So I'm gonna lower those down as low as I can get them. And yeah, so that's my plan for the next few days. And I guess we'll see what kind of package I bring for my Sunday weigh-ins and my Sunday photos. And I am hoping, I've been saying this whole entire challenge, I'm hoping to see 120 or lower on the scale on Sunday. The weight doesn't even matter. It's not even about losing weight. It's just in my mind, that's where I look my best, is 120 or lower. So I'll be happy if I weigh in at 120. So right now I'm about 121.2 when I'm weighing myself in the mornings. That's what I was this morning anyway. So I'm hoping between now and then, and with the water manipulation, I'm hoping to get myself down to 120. So anybody that cares, anybody that's been following me, wondering what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is why, and this is my plan for the next few days. This is not a typical diet thing that like people can live like this. You cannot live on like low water intake. You cannot live on super low fat intake, low calorie intake. It's not an ideal thing to do for a normal daily diet. Yeah, but this is what you do when you are a bodybuilder and you do these extreme diets for either bodybuilding competitions or for like these challenges that I do from time to time. So anything that I share right now during this challenge is not what I do on a typical normal day-to-day basis. Some of you like watching my videos, some of you I probably annoy you, but I'm sorry if I do. Just keep scrolling, or there's a block button for that if you don't like me. But I also did this for, I can look back on it in case if I'm curious how I did this challenge. So, yep.